Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 3 of The Art of Gift Giving. In the last episode, I talked about ways you can get gifts for people you don't know very well. In this episode, I'm going to discuss how to get gifts for people who don't express interest in anything material, hence the title, The Immaterial. Hopefully, this episode will give you some ideas of gifts you can give to people who don't like lots of material objects. Let's get into it. There are some people who just don't like things. I'm kind of one of them. I do have an obsession with notebooks, admittedly, and there are times when I have physical items on my birthday and holiday wish lists. However, I despise clutter, and I often find myself wanting to declutter and get rid of all the little unnecessary items in my space, like desk knickknacks and things that don't really serve a purpose or used to serve a purpose but don't anymore. My mom is also one of these people. She says that she values experiences more than physical things, and that's something that we really agree on. However, this can make it difficult to figure out what to gift her because most gifts are physical things. There are ways around this difficulty, and my goal for this episode is to help you generate some ideas on how to gift appropriately to these kinds of people. So, what can non-physical gifts look like? The most common non-physical gift that I give people is an experience. For example, I'll buy them a ticket to a place they want to go, such as a museum, and the gift is us spending time together at the museum. This is also a great gift for somebody whose love language is quality time. Similarly, you can pay for them to have an experience, like paying for them to get a massage and spend a day at the spa. This can come in the form of a check or a gift card as well. Another alternative to physical gifts are gift cards. As I've said previously, the better you know the person, the more you can tailor the gift card to something they'll really love, such as a gift card to a bookstore or a restaurant. Alternatively, providing them monetary support in terms of a check, Visa gift card, or Amazon gift card can also help them out because they can choose to use it on a physical item that they do want, or they can use it to help them pay for groceries or services. I also really like to make homemade coupons for things like massages, foot scrubs, a day at the mall together, and that sort of thing, as I've mentioned previously. It's almost like making a little IOU that your friend, family member, whoever you give this to, can cash in on whenever they want. I find that these sorts of things work best for family members that you're close to, but I have also done this successfully with close friends. People who don't tend to like physical gifts may still appreciate them, and I feel like this is an important thing to remember. There are some physical gifts that are a one-use only type thing, like a chocolate bar. However, some physical gifts keep on giving, and so people who don't tend to like physical gifts may appreciate these more. As an example, my mom, who tends to value experiences over physical things, loves playing games with family and friends. So, when I want to gift her something physical, a game of some kind is usually a good bet. I also happen to know that she likes strategy games and word games, so I can narrow down the games that I consider getting her with that criteria. A good rule of thumb when buying gifts for people who don't like material things is asking yourself, how many uses will they really get out of this? Something like a game has several uses in it, assuming it's a game that they end up liking. Practical items like clothing are also a safe bet, as long as you know what size and style to buy for them. Things like desk knickknacks and fidget toys, which, are good for novelty, but in my opinion, not much else, unless, of course, that's something that they truly like, those aren't usually a good bet, as they'll likely end up being forgotten and sitting somewhere on a shelf for ages. I will say, though, that some one-use-only type things are still good gifts, particularly in the realm of food. I am not a huge physical gift person, but I do love a good chocolate bar. So I almost always get chocolate as a gift from my family and friends, and I love it every single time. Why? Because I love chocolate, and so I'm going to eat it, and not long after I get it, and it doesn't create clutter. Basically, a rule I go by is it practical in the long term, or is it a one-use-only thing that doesn't create clutter? If the gift fits into either of these categories, it's probably a safe bet that somebody who doesn't tend to like physical gifts will end up liking and appreciating what you've gotten them, assuming, of course, that you've taken into account other personal factors of theirs, like what things they like and what they don't. These are some of the ideas I have around getting gifts for people who don't really like physical things. I hope you've enjoyed and maybe learned something from this episode, and I will talk to you all in the comments and in the next episode. Cheers!